Hololive English admin first made their mark in late July 2023, I was immediately falling in love with all of their members. We had waited 2 years for a third generation to take form, and we had thought because they're taking so long with picking out the best of the best, they're going to be remarkable. And sure enough, they were well worth the wait. We got our first duo in Fuwamoko, the meme-worthy and adorable Koseki Biju, and singing queen Narissa Ravencroft. Last but not least is the focus of this video, Shiori Novella, the one who stuck out to me the most in the group. Ever since her debut, I've grown to fall in love with her wacky but also lovable personality that has earned her the Menhera name. But as I watch her, I feel that she presents so much more than the stereotype would have you believe. And deep down, Shiori is just like a lot of us, someone with a creative mind and lots of things to say, and is just strikingly full of potential for the career she is innovating down the line. So here are my 2 cents on the so-called Menhera that is Shiori Novella. Hi, I'm your degenerate VTuber Yui Tachibana who wants to be your sunshine. I've been a Novelite since her debut in July 2023 and also a day 1 member since she launched them in the weeks afterwards. So what do we have here? Well, upon first glance you'll notice that Shiori looks like your typical image of a goth girl, the ideal definition of someone whose hangout spot is a hot topic. Basically she looks like the ultimate fantasy of a 2000s MySpace punk era that we've grown to be nostalgic for these days, someone who we would want to be besties with. Going off her looks alone, Shiori nails that look for sure, and before the debut streams happened, we all expected that she would be equipped with, let's just say, a voice of dominant, someone who we beg for her, "Step on us, my dearest Shiori, I want to be punished!" The contrast her actual voice gives off was nothing short of a surprise, I might say. It is soft, adorable, and overall refreshing. Not to mention just all the wacky things that this girl says. I can listen to her for hours.
The chess piece? Oh man, you guys are probably gonna clip that out of context. Darn you clippers! Let's get wet. You guys just started like smooching your homies. Man, don't even get me started about Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, I love the smell of her blood. Little Shiori used to play with dead flies. You wish for me to step on you, was it? The moment I put my plastic stereoscope on their unmoving bodies, I thought, this is it. This is what I live for. Let's just say, whatever comes out of you will make a fine specimen. If you ever want to come at me, then go ahead. Let's see if I can beat you up. Nah, you don't need scissors for like a milkshake of Advent. And she starts talking about like anal out of nowhere. And if you lose too much blood like some girls do, I think you could become anemic. I'm shaking in my boots!
Not only did her constant rambling and often topical conversations become a staple of her character and her streams, but it contributed to a lot of the "I can fix her" and Menhera statements that she was getting. It got to the point a mainstream Twitter account got a hold of this meme as well. She was slowly becoming the poster child for people who are broken beyond belief. It was quite interesting to see. And to an extent, they aren't wrong on the fact that Shiori isn't exactly for everyone. In fact, not one VTuber is. The term one size fits all is nothing but a scam. Shiori being as talkative as she is has led to some people feeling lost and confused about whatever the heck she is talking about, though a lot of the time it's humorous due to the fact she is the way she is, and at some point we'll get used to her character anyways. Shiori also tends to spew out a lot of unintentional innuendo that contributes a lot to the part of the VTuber audience who believe her to be degenerate and again, someone who just can't be fixed. A lost cause if you may. Truth be told, I thrive off people like her. I identify as a degenerate myself. I have a lot of things to say to my friends that I couldn't tell anyone else but my friends. Shiori fits the criteria of a creative person who truthfully has a lot of potential. Contrary to popular belief, Shiori is not just a broken person. If anything, she has a lot going for her. She is talented music-wise, having streams involving her piano, which sometimes happens on Twitter, or X, whatever Elon is calling it now. Shiori also tends to be really passionate about specific hobbies, whether it be bug microscoping, or her love for horror games, a lot of which tend to be indie underground titles I otherwise would have never heard of had I not watched her streams. That's the thing with her and a lot of VTubers, they introduce us to a lot of new titles, that way they get more attention because of the streams, and it's always nice to see. Shiori is also very tech savvy, which also hits home for me. I myself have a girlfriend who is working to get an A+ and training to be in IT, So it's nice to see a VTuber who has this desire for tech as well. She also has a catalog of edited videos that are not too long, well edited, there are highlights wrapped in a bow, and also cater to those who can't make it to her streams. Not many hololive members do this, so I love that Shiori stands out with this in mind. This is a practice that honestly should be adopted by the rest. Hire some editors if you must. Shiori is also very fun in collabs. And my favorite has to be with Mori Calliope. And seeing how I've been Callie's deadbeat for over 2 years and is the reason I'm down this VTuber rabbit hole to begin with, made my degenerate ass fangirl when Mori and Shiori finally met not once, but twice. These two are total goofballs and are also very lovable together. I love to see it. Shiori is also very supportive of her novelites and novel knights alike, having showcased their fan art at the end of every stream. Has a hashtag where she reads the fanfics they write around her character, and it's really cute to see. And in fact, I've written a few stories for her in the past. She even endorsed one of them. The fact that a VTuber can notice the works of just about anyone should serve as a beacon of hope. Whether or not you're working to be someone who will be remembered by thousands or even millions in the future, any person who comes up to you and says you have potential and that whatever you're doing is worthy of praise, you take that and turn it into something incredible. And I get this vibe from Shiori Novella, someone who gives off the feeling of a Menhera, but deep down she is a once-in-a-lifetime accomplishment made possible by hololive. And look, for those who watch her for her unhinged moments, I don't blame you. There is a lot of entertainment value in that. In fact, there really be some people who are into that fetish. Some people actually be broken beyond belief, they tend to actually have issues. Otherwise, it is part of a lifestyle where they are just looking to cope with everyday life and falling in love with anyone who may show signs of rebellion, being punk, or just not like the others. It's a cheesy trope at this point, sure, but it just works. That feeling of wanting to relate and or engage with someone who has similar things in common with you is a normal vibe to have. Shiori is clearly someone who truly loves what she does. Before she got in hololive, she revealed that she lived in an environment presumably on little income. She showered with pots and common poverty stuff like that. Auditioning and passing to be in Holo Advent was definitely a blessing for her. If she can get opportunities, so can you. Honestly, this girl just inspires me. She is living proof of someone with a dream and she achieved it. And I want that to be me someday. So my sunshines, I hope you ride for me as you do for your Oshis. Cause I'm gonna do the same for Shiori. I love that this girl is this dedicated to us fans. I ain't taking this girl for granted, so I'm enjoying every second we have with her while she's here. That being said, I love you Shiori, and here's to a long career for you. Thanks for watching, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter. This is your sunshine, Yui Tachibana, signing out.